Hi, my name is Casper. I am 10 years old and I go to Grasmere Primary School in London. I love playing football and hanging out with my family. My history project is very interesting and it inspires me because I found out much more about my family. One day I was doing research on genealogy websites and found out about my great-great-grandpa who was born in Poland. I found this very fascinating. My mum is Polish and my dad's side of the family were Polish Jews. My great-great-grandpa, called Yehuda Leib Ostrynski, was a rabbi and later came to Leeds, becoming one of the city's first rabbis, leading the congregation of the Etzheim synagogue. My grandma and I had a chat about what we found out. Hi.
Hi.
So I got a couple of questions about this story. So firstly, where was this all set?
Well, the whole story as we knew it originally started in eastern Poland in a little village, small town. I think it was bigger than a village, called Suwałki.
And was it anywhere else?
And then eventually afterwards the history moved from Suwałki and the whole saga ended in Leeds.
We talked about my great-great-grandfather and how he joined the Russian army, leaving his town for many years. And when he returned, he found another rabbi had taken his place, and a war between the two then began. So when this other rabbi came in, what actually happened in this small town?
Well, there seemed to be two very strong factions in the town. The ones that were pro him and the ones that were against him. And the poorer people were for him and the wealthier people were sticking up for the other rabbi who had more money.
And then it got a bit violent, didn't it?
Oh yeah, it got quite violent, but because they weren't the type of people who were violent with weapons, they used the only real weapons to hand, which, funnily enough, were rolling pins.
So you're saying that on a road there were two people running after each other, two rabbis running after each other with rolling pins?
Yeah, but I think probably more people joined in. And there weren't eventually two people, there were quite a few people chasing each other around the town with masses of rolling pins.
And is that how he got kicked out?
Yeah, because his rolling pin set of people lost the battle and the other rolling pin people were definitely the winners, and he was then asked to leave the community and he didn't actually have any choice.
So what happened to the rest of the family, except from the wife and the children?
Well, of course, we've no actual records and we don't know. We can only presume that they disappeared in the pogroms and were taken away by the Nazis.
Right. And all of this, how does this make you feel when you talk about it?
Tremendously sad, but also I feel very happy that it's not just brushed away and forgotten about.
So you like that the past has been still kept?
Yeah, I think it's very important. It is to me, and I think that it's important that people know what went on in those days and how hard it was.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I thank you. I then went to the New Farnley Cemetery all the way up in Leeds. I went to see where he was buried and to see how it looked. So right now we have just found the Rabbi Yehuda Leib Ostrynski, my great-great-grandfather, who departed this life 4th of April 1946, deeply mourned by his children and his congregation. Now if you look upon the whole of this cemetery for Jews, this building, which my great-great-grandfather is buried in, is the biggest building because he was one of the most important Jews in Leeds. This history project has taught me a lot about my family. and some of the things we found no one knew before. I hope you liked my film.